skill, kind of help if you can see their faces and expressions and such. Now, right off the bat, and I'll be the first to admit it too, I am not the sharpest tool in the shed, okay? But for a long period of time, I thought it must have been this guy's bachelor party. He just looks like he's kind of uncomfortable hanging in the corner there while the band's playing.
He's soloist, probably.
Yeah, that's the vocalist, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a very cool thing. If you're a vocalist, maybe you weren't needed for a couple hours worth of music, you didn't go hang out in your green room, anything like that. You stayed on stage for the entire event, if for no other reason, just offer your support to the rest of the band. Kind of a cool thing. Yeah. On the front of the kick drum, it's the letters FS. Not Frank Sinatra, not the maker of the kit. It's the drummer's initials. Good drummers always sought after, so the clever ones put their initials on the front of that kick, and then that way in the audience, if there are any other big band leaders or musicians thought the guy was good, look up his initials, you get a lot of work out of it. I've been doing this job 16 years, and I think about a year and a half ago, I finally figured out what must have taken place here. All I had to do was lie on good old-fashioned line of sight, and you might even agree with me. For example, and it will help if you can kind of see them. Can you see this guy's face and his eyes right here? He looks a little ticked off, his eyes are cranked hard, stage right. Come up here, this guy's eyes, they're cranked hard, stage right as well. Come down here, keyboardist, his head is to the right, his eyes are to the right. And the band leader himself is actually standing up, facing that direction, snapping his fingers, maybe trying to get somebody's attention. Maybe. If you follow that line of sight, you're probably going to come to the same conclusion I did. This guy missed his cue. If you look at him, he's got that kind of deer in the headlights sort of look on his face, you know.
Right.
How long do you have to vamp and aim till you get him to do your job?
You ain't gonna sing, you don't get paid.
Yeah. Now, this doesn't know justice, but surrounding the ballroom, we have these sterling silver cameos. These are all the original, and to this day, they're still in absolutely beautiful, perfect condition. They haven't seen up or anything over the years. Last bit of room we're about to go through, last bit of this green room, this is petitioned off. For example, our last blues festival, we had Johnny Lang, Robert Cray, like to hang out in that area a lot. But my favorite thing about the room, to be honest, what it leads into. And in this case, it is Wrigley's own private viewing room. By the way, all renovations, bills paid to this day for this building, the town of Avalon, and the entire island of Catalina come right out of the Wrigley family's pocket to this day. And the Wrigleys, they used to just sit down in the audience, everybody else, unless there's a meeting or something, you know, and they'll use the viewing room. But because of that, for the longest period of time, in the beginning, this room was used as nothing but an old storage area. But about a dozen years ago, when this area was brought back to life as a green room, so was a viewing room. And it unveiled some artwork most people have no idea exists on this. Well, again, you know, I've been doing this 16 years, and it's only about maybe a year and a half ago I discovered this for myself. I'd like to share it with you. Then after the artwork, of course, we'll see why it's called a viewing room. But if you'd like to follow me in, please first and check out the artwork. I know you're going to love this. Right this way, folks, please.